What's up, everybody? It's about 35 degrees out here in Florida. It's pretty chilly. Got the doors open. Today's garage hang day. I'm gonna start buttoning some stuff up, get my drawers organized. My mom and sister are gonna come over and help me work on some stuff. But we're getting really close to getting the garage in functional order. Waiting on a couple of parts for the DI system so I can get my pressure washer system done. But I got shelves and getting all kinds of stuff going. So we got two more doors to go. So the place is almost together. So I figured I'd just bring you along today, give you a little garage hang while I'm doing some organizing and take you through some of the thought process of what I'm planning to do here, what I am doing. But I gotta move some cars around first to get started. So I gotta fire up the M3, move this out of the way, because first thing I want to do is mount my Santa Cruz. So I get my fourth bike on the wall, get that out of the way, make sure that works. So I've got to get the Evo jump started because it's been sitting out there for 3 weeks. It's 2 weeks sitting there. I'm going to move the Bronco. So I'm going to move the Bronco out of the way. Bronco's going to go to outside duty for now. So that's going to sit outside. Evo's coming inside. M3 is going to get moved. So I'm going to fire that sucker up. It's not going to be happy. I still have to drain the fuel and change the plugs and then maybe possibly coils. Or not coils, injectors. We'll see, because this car isn't running right. And then GT3, I'm going to pull this out. GT3 will probably get blown off and wiped down this week because I'm taking this to the track on Wednesday. So I'll send Michelle up to get fueled up, and because I can't get there yet. And so hoping the track will help me get back on the road here, and my steps to get back on the road. So I don't have any trips or anything planned for quite some time, and so the goal is to get the garage put together. So today's job, I'm going to mount the shelves, get the bottles off the top here. I'm going to start working on the drawers, like say Milwaukee drawer that's disorganized, figure out what tools I'm missing. I'm going to move all my fasteners. So all these fasteners, which I use quite often, are going to go, I hope I can make it work. Hope it's not too heavy in these drawers, these two middle drawers here. The upper cabinets are going to be for these fasteners. So I'm going to need all the space in here because park tool and stuff like that. So these fasteners, again, I don't think it's too much weight, a lot of tape and stuff like that. I use this stuff all the time in the house, and so I think the mudroom cabinet makes sense for that. The Milwaukee tools, I think, I'm not 100% sure yet. So I'm going to organize this cabinet, that cabinet, many of the drawers. On Monday, I have more shelves coming. So this is the starting look of what we're looking at here for my mess. So Milwaukee tools are either going to go on these shelves here or in the cabinets. I'm not 100% sure yet. So I'm going to kind of figure that out as I work through and get this cabinet organized. Get a bunch of drawers organized, free up some drawers because I'm going to need some room for tools. I did take all the park tools to HQ because that whole set is going to Helen. And then I'm going to order, whatever tools I think I actually need for here. Again, I'm making a bike shop in the Helen basement, so that makes sense to have all the tools. I also have another shelf coming for here so I can free up some space in this cabinet. And my towels go here on this Hayfla drawer, or Hayfla pull-out, whatever you call it, garbage can setup. And so I ordered one for there. I'm going to make that actual garbage, I think. So I'm going to kind of start working this stuff out here. It's time to start putting that together. So you can see the exterior door's done. Might killed it on this. Just have to finish the slat wall, which will probably finish that this week. So the slat wall has to come over here, do this wall, and then finish up right here. This door will go in, so just has to hang it. So this door goes in probably tomorrow. You can see we have this set up. We ordered the countertops, so waiting on those. And then the countertop for this will be next. Those will happen at the same time, because remember, this is going to be a mudroom like locker system. So we need the countertop to finish this before we can put the corbels and all that stuff on. all the baseboards are done. So this closet door is done. And then this door is bringing tomorrow as well, I think. And so I'm getting really close to living life again. All the baseboards in here are done. And so this is the remaining slat wall that we're going to use to finish up. And so in here is kind of a mess. So I'm going to clean this up. I got some extra Swiss tracks to work on. So we're getting close to having life together. I'm going to have all kinds of slat wall accessories to play with. And so this part of the house is coming together. So once I get this done, we'll be in good shape. All right, check this sucker out. So I got this small rig Tribex potato jet. It's a collaboration, and so this is my new little tripod setup for the garage. And the reason why I did this here is because it has a handle, a quick release handle. So basically the way that works is I lift it up by the handle, pull the trigger, and it releases the legs. So for when I'm doing wash and talks and stuff like that, I can quickly level it, because the driveway isn't flat, and quickly move it up and down. The Sackler that I normally use, I didn't want to buy another one. We only have one of those. They're like $3,000, so this was like $800. And I think this will actually be a bit more functional for the type of videoing that I'm doing out here. All right, so I'm going to move the GT3 out, the Bronco out, 3 out, I guess. I'm going to start the Evo up. Let's go jump the Evo first. So I should probably move that. So my current problem with the Evo is I have this tiny, tiny little battery. So it is. Ooh. Forgot we have the new leather and pine scent pack. Uh-oh. Oh crap. I'm gonna dial the Evo in. It's not gonna sit outside like this ever again. It's been out here for a couple of weeks while we were finishing things up. So this thing has this tiny, teeny tiny little battery. So the problem with this thing is this tiny little battery. Look at this thing. So if I'm gonna keep this thing, I need to put a battery in the trunk to supplement that. I had to put that short battery or that small battery in order to do the short mount or short route intercooler piping. So the Evo needs a full detail. It's time. I put about 5,000 miles on it over the last year or so, but it looks like the tires are low. It's been sitting out here for a few weeks, so I gotta jump it. So let me show you the jump pack. So I have this Noco Boost. I got it on backwards. That's why. That was pretty cool. It showed me that it was backwards. So I have this little GB70, which has been imperative for this car. I just keep it charged up. I only charge it like once every couple of months, but this will allow me to jump it and get it to run. I'm gonna go drive it around the block. But this sucker needs to get. I need to get it on the big battery charger. I probably have nuked this little battery because I've let it go dead too many times. So let's move this guy, mount the bike, the steady rack. I've got the tires, wheels and tires for the Raptor. So kind of got a lot going on here. But we're going to get things dialed here pretty quickly. It's pretty sweet. I just keep it in the glove box for the Evo. Alright, let me go run this thing around the block. Alright, let's get the Bronco out of here. first thing I'm gonna do is get the tires. Promise, I won't do this again to the Evo. If I'm gonna own something from here on out, I'm gonna have things dialed in. Probably should close the door, it's freaking freezing. I'm gonna pull the GT3 out. And the M3 out. Leave the Evo in. Let's see, 32 front, 29 rear. Get that lock plate attachment for this thing. So I'm gonna go around and get these dialed. So I've got this overkill guy, Noco Genius Pro 50. I'm gonna set to 12 volt. It seems to work better when I put it on this 10 amp section. Maybe you can explain to me what that does. And then over here, you got it plugged in, and we'll just kind of slow charge the Evo. I've got to figure out some sort of trickle charging solution. I don't need to do that for the M3 because I can just push the button, and I don't need to do it for the GT3 because I have the lithium-ion batteries, the, what are they called, the anti-gravities in those. So we'll find out. I probably need to pull the trunk cover and press the button on the M3 because it's been sitting there for a while. So first thing I'm going to do is blow it off before I take the cover because there was a lot of dust. But I'm going to back this sucker out. Hopefully it starts. Shoot, I don't know why I was filling up tires. I forgot I got air compressor. Shoot. See, there's a little reserve push button on the battery. Not happy. Back the GT3 out, and then I'm going to close the doors to try to see if it warms up in here a little bit. This thing is not happy. Some buzzing noise. I got to get the fuel out of it, change the plugs, see what that does, and then put some stabilizer in next time, drive it a little bit more, and then worst case I think it'd be injectors. And this guy's gonna get exercised. Gonna get a little work on Wednesday. We're going to the track and do some video in there. I know you guys up north are laughing, but it is freaking cold. It's like 35, but kind of wet feeling. Look at this thing. I don't care what anybody says. This thing's sick. It drives like a darn dream too. It's like the perfect size. It's like a little small. I'm glad I did the 4-door, not the 2-door. Look how cool this thing is. It's ridiculous. Makes no sense, but I don't care. I love it. So it has the step. So I got the amp research steps on the side. Interior's nice enough. I got the window fixed. So it wasn't an adjustment in the center. I had to actually take the window and pull it up. It's kind of a cool shot. Man, I'm living in some bizarro dream world. Uh-oh. What's that? Water leaking from somewhere. Yeah, gotta get the M3 happy. Lots and lots of car projects coming up. Evo, detail, suspension, turbo, GT3 interior dial in, new tires. I'm gonna go roast the tires this weekend because these tires are long in the tooth. The rears are not in great shape. Full Bronco detail. Man, I didn't park it very straight. As well as I gotta take the wheels off. So I ordered I forget what, Pro Eagle jack for this thing. Raptor's getting the detail finished. Let's see, look, this is gonna be sick. So I'm gonna work on the shelves. I'm gonna work on, get the bike mounted, get this crap put in the attic, get these wheels and tires stacked up a little better, be in good shape. So check out this little puppy. So this is a scent bag that we have coming out from our friends at Smith & Co. And what you do is take it, throw it under the seat. It's like the exact right amount of scent. I'll push it under there further. But I've had it in here for like a month and it's perfect. We have 3 different scents. It's awesome. Wait till that comes. You're gonna want it. All right, so check it out. This is how you get to the attic. That, pull it down. Take a little stick. Like so. So that's what it looks like. And then I'm going to take these 2 things, put them up there. These are for football. Football season's over. Just carry these up. So this ladder had to be a lot smaller. So I couldn't get a metal one. It had to be wooden. And it had to be 47 inches. No, it had to be 21 inches wide in order to fit. So the only one they made that I could find without getting some custom built was this one's 47 by 21 in order to fit inside the double truss. We didn't want to sister truss it, cut it, and I'm going to be putting a lot of weight upstairs with all the speakers and stuff. So I'm going to carry these up. Let me take you up there, show you what it looks like. It's not a bad setup. See, we've got plenty of room here between our cabinets and where the ladder is. Mike trimmed it out nicely. So I have, like my oil change, my ruck pack, cooler, my sprayer for bugs. Got my Dun and exhaust up here. Christmas stuff is down there, but you can see I put the flooring all the way down. I just brought this up. So I've got not a lot of stuff, but like I have tile stuff all the way down at the end. And so we have flooring on the left and right side. So I do all the storage on the left side, and this is the walkway. So I have plenty of room for anything I might need. And then back here, so back there, you probably can't see it, but over there is where, actually up there is where my air handler is. So we just walk over there and you can service it. And so it gets up and out of the garage. So we have these 2-inch lines. They're gonna replace these ugly lines here. So this is the water surface for the house. I needed water softener. The water here is pretty terrible. The problem is, so we have water service in here. This is the main walkway for the house right behind this wall. So we couldn't just put the softener in the front of the house. And so they ran these kind of jank lines all the way across and then onto the other side of the house where the softening system is. So that's out here. So you can see the lines come down around, go to here, go outside. This is where we're going to tap into to grab our pressure washing setup. So that's where we'll get water for that. But then out here, you can see our door walks out here to our little walkway, which goes out the side. I'm gonna have to put a door stop on this. And then here's my softening system. So we gotta run some electrical. And then here's our mechanical right there. So there's our line set going to our air handler. We gotta get a stucco guy to come and finish that section. I got a little step up here, and then this is where I'm going to keep my garbage can. So theoretically, these trees don't die. They all fill in and cover this up so you don't see it. And so then we walk out the side here. There's the hose, gas, our gas water heater, and you just walk out over here to the driveway. I think it's pretty cool. And so when you put the garbage out, you can't put the garbage can out. And so really I just put the garbage in the can so that way, so I put it in the can and then I can just pick it up and carry it to the curb, or roll this out to the curb, empty it, and then put this back into position. I did it black so no one will see it, and I'll keep it out of the garage. That's all we need because they come twice a week for garbage. So that's the setup. So these are the bike racks that I have. It's called a steady rack, and this is the mountain bike version. I have a regular bike version for my gravel bike. So that's what that one is. And so I'm gonna I mount them 44.5 inches apart. That gives me a nice distance for my handlebars to not touch. And I'm mounting these much higher than they recommend, and I just tough it out, lift it up. My bike's pretty light, so I'm gonna put the high tower. I think it'll work. I won't be able to pull it straight out because this, the garage door track will be in the way, but it's okay. I'm gonna put this into position, and then this, I'll probably end up putting, I'll probably put the high tower there. And just, a little inconvenience is worth it to me. A little inconvenience just so that I can put my bikes where they belong. As you can see, super simple. I'm gonna put a couple little concrete anchors in and then mount the sucker. I'm gonna try to take that little cross brace off the top there, because that's what's holding my wheel up. So I can't get it in there because of that little V brace, but I don't like how this looks having it turned the opposite direction. So I'm gonna take that thing off and see what happens. I do have a new track coming with a new piece that won't get in the way. So we'll see if I can make this work. All right, problem solved. It's actually really stiff. I mean, that door is pretty light. So I just took the cross brace off. And it's a little tight to get it in there, but again, that bike isn't gonna come out of there all that often. Maybe once every couple of weeks. Because I ride the Blur most of the time, but that looks sick. And I got room for one more bike. Hardtail. The hardtail would go here, the Blur would go there, the Yeti would go there, and then the other. I like it. The bike rack's gonna go back in the closet on the wall. So we're making some progress.
This is a pretty sweet setup. So I use the vacuum system, and we have a sort of vacuum all the switch tracks. I'm going to take all the switch tracks out as soon as we finish the piping and wash it all on the driveway after all this construction. It's pretty sweet.
So here's the advantage of doing the slat wall, is when you need to mount shelves. So Joe Pichette and Tommy have been working on a solution to mount the shelves to the slat wall directly. I'm gonna have them make me some 8-inchers. I might even go 6 so that I can get it tighter to the wall. I normally do 8, these are 10s. We'll see how it feels. I can put it up higher if I need to. I like taller shelves. You know, that means no one else can reach, you know, but I can, and it gets it up and out of the way, which I think is important. So I'm mounting these suckers right now. Okay, I got a team going here now. So I got the denibbing the tires, setting the tire pressures. They ship them from tire rack, aired up a bit too much. So when you get those to 38 PSI, taking the nibs off the tires. My sister's working on that. I'm working on cleaning out this cabinet here and taking all the screws and all of that. I think what I'm going to do is on the spider shelving, I'm likely going to get some drawers for it. And so for now, putting all the fasteners in here. You don't have anything to put in here anyway, so it works out great. But we don't want to load it up so heavy that it falls off the wall. But we should be good. And I'm working on getting all my bottles and sprayers organized on here, on my shelves. All right, the weather's getting nice. So I've got my bottles done. Yeah, I can move these all down. It's all right, it'll be another day's project. Today is just get them off the counters. So we got all the uppers cleaned. I've got and removed all the fasteners and put those all in drawers and cabinets. So we got stuff in here. It's probably too heavy for these long term, but put them in there for now. And then we got fasteners in here. So what I'm talking about is I'll likely put some, I think you can buy shelves that clip into this. And so this here, I've already cleaned this up 5 times, so maybe we'll clean it up again for the 6th. Yeah, so this will house most fasteners and stuff like that, I think, long term. So I got all the tires denibbed, and then I'm gonna prep the wheels for coating. You ever coated wheels before?
Yeah, my own wheels are coated.
You can do the wheel too with a eraser. So that's what I'm gonna do. So we'll do 2 at a time, I guess. So we're doing is take mineral spirits, brush it on, and then wipe it aggressively. All those paint spots you might have to dig out a little bit. Paint markers. See how you do that? Nice and clean. So we're taking the badges off the cabinets and adjusting the lower cabinet. See how that gap is a little too big there? So we're adjusting that. But all that Pro Slat logo will come off. Wipe the TV down with Traceless. And then my mom wiped all the face of the cabinets down. Looking good, big progress. They denibbed all the tires too. That was a 2-hour project. All right, so Milwaukee's gonna go over here in this corner. I set it up here temporarily, but it's gonna go in here. So we're gonna roll this out. That's gonna go in the left cabinet, I think. But I can fit an entire Milwaukee the new Master Collection in one cabinet. Got all this dialed. So we got a single coat of armor. I'll probably just stick with a single coat. Should be fine. And the Raptor, I don't know if I'll do a second coat tomorrow. So tomorrow I'm gonna do wash and talk on the Raptor and then put the wheels on it.
This I'll probably wipe down and put the cover back on it. I may wash the cover. Wash and talk later this week on the Evo. I'm probably going to wipe this down. So I don't just wipe down with detail spray, I wipe it down. I'll do a rinseless. Just from the dust that was from them cleaning the streets. So then we got all this stuff out to kind of go through and categorize and figure out. So I'll go through and dig into all that. Put that where it belongs, in various places. And so now that I've got everything cleaned and organized and all the cabinets, the top of the cabinets all done, now I'll start working on all the drawers. So I've got a bunch of empty space here. I'll have some more empty space here. So kind of make some room for a secondary park tool set. I still have to work on the labels for this drawer. So all of these I'll still, continue to work on labels, but I'm not in any dire rush for that. So tomorrow's job is to work on the Raptor. We'll see how much time I have. I may finish polishing the driver's side and coating. So I do need to finish that. We did empty out this drawer. So I've got some room here to work with. I gotta figure out where my bike stuff is gonna go, how that's gonna look, where my camera equipment goes, how that's gonna look. So that's a little bit more organization to go. We got all the bottom drawers aligned now, so that's good. Look at how my bike looks over there. This garage, we have plenty of room though, man. It works great. So the jacks will go back in the closet. The bike rack will go on the wall. We'll hang it on the Pro Slat. So all my Pro Slat accessories should be here. So this week we'll be working on the sleeving and the finishing of the Pro Slat, getting the air conditioners whatever you call it, recharged. But look how much space I got, man. The Bronco's gonna sit outside for a little while. I've got a neighbor, a villager down the street that's probably gonna lease me his garage. And we're talking about I may actually take the E92 after I get it fixed. And it may become the mascot at OGHQ. So I may actually pull it into the entryway and leave it there. And we may set up the entryway with the E92. That would be cool. Evo, gonna work on the stereo. And then the GT3. So lots of car projects coming up now that my life is getting back in order. Can't wait to go to the track this week. And so the Bronco and Raptor will hold down the Ford outside here. Ford duty. So the new bumper's on. I actually ordered a new light, which should be here shortly. So I have a new light that'll go in place there. I need to coat this. I need to polish and coat the driver's side doors and fender and then tailgate. So I'll polish and coat that, and then the Raptor will be looking good. I've got new springs for the Raptor as well for the rear because it's sagging. So new Devers. So that'll be a help. This will get detailed and polished here soon. Yeah, lots of detailing, lots of car stuff. But the garage looks great. It's really cool. So anyway, thanks for hanging with us today. I started at 6:30 a.m. and it's 6:30 p.m. I went and did a mentorship podcast with Rusty. So make sure to check that out on Inside the Hex. I think it's really good. We did 2.5 hours talking about prioritization, goal setting, and vision. So once I get all this stuff off this wall, it's going to look really clean. Gosh, I love my bikes. I didn't think I would like my bikes hanging up, but I think it looks really sweet. This place is coming together. It's looking good. Once I get all my drawers dialed, under cabinet lighting in, it's gonna look freaking great. I'm thinking about adding another row of lighting. I may add 2 rows. It's plenty bright enough. And my shadow line, I needed it to be, I think it's okay. We'll see. We'll play it by ear. Yeah, look how good the sun looks out there. But look how much room I have. I mean, it's giant. I mean, that's like 7 feet. of space, so I just pull all the cars up next to the back. So I'm gonna rock the Comet on the floor here for a little while, on the ground. I probably need to get a 90. Need to add that to my list. Or I'll just put it on a bucket or something. Yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. See ya on further updates.